I don't want to take away from the beauty of life, but it's important that you stop being a freak ASAP. And this is a message to my younger self. Maybe it doesn't apply to you. Maybe you are a pure code-based, maybe inside your head you're thinking in C++, and you don't need to hear this. That's fine, but I needed to hear this. People should be more realistic and not romanticize things as much as they do. This is advice for young men, specifically young men who are like I was. So I was thinking about what bothers me so much about these fucking types of people. I think what it comes down to really is outcome independence. And you may have heard that term before if you at all follow pickup artist circles as I do. The reason that stuff is good is because you can apply it to many other things in life. This is gonna sound crazy. This is gonna sound goofy, but life, okay, the world is a bit like a woman. Life, the world, the outside atmosphere out here, okay, IRL, is emotional, hysterical, flighty, temperamental, borderline abusive. The stuff that they type out in their little blogs there about dealing with women, half the time you can use that to deal with life. Life and women are like an ocean. I'll get lower here. You want me lower? Is it life, women like an ocean, a man like a ship, okay? And women shit testing you, that's the storm. You have to remain steadfast through the storm, okay? Look, I get how that sounds, all right? Listen, guys, you gotta light a vanilla scented candle and get out there and just open yourself, man. Open yourself to the world, man. Just bare your chest and smell the vanilla scented candle. I understand how that sounds, okay? I'm saying it for a reason. I'm not saying it because I have nothing else to say. I'm saying it because it has helped me at times to view things through that lens. Outcome independence is extremely important, and that's like a trendy little chunk of 2 words. What's it mean? It means something deceptively simple. You might see outcome independence and like be like, nah, that can't be it. That's just 2 words and it sounds trendy. That's it. That's like a massive life skill, a massive upgrade to the lens through which you view the world, is not being attached to the way shit goes. It is the only effective mindset. Anything else, anything other than outcome independence is anxiety at best. If you get all bent out of shape about the way something goes, I didn't get what I wanted. Like, what else are you gonna do? If you get fucked up financially, if someone steals from you, if someone does you dirty, if something bad happens to you, that's your life now. You are now living on that timeline. There is no going back. Oh, I wish my parents were different and my living situation sucks right now. And everything sucks and I don't have a job and this didn't happen the way I wanted it to. And she doesn't love me. All that is figment in el imagination. You could write that in a book and make a short story. You could make a Second Life character or a Skyrim character who has the perfect, amazing life that's awesome for you. Whoosh! Once you are on the wrong timeline, you cannot go back. No, not gonna happen. The healthiest, best way to do that, the way to do that that's the most conducive to your happiness and a realistic worldview, is just being detached from the outcome. The story about that guy that fucking wrote poetry and took pictures of himself, that was all true. And he was older, so that would be like me right now, 35-year-old me. He wasn't 35, but I can just imagine like rolling up on some MDE fans. Hey man, I think you're everything to me. Hey man, I just wanted to say that like you're like the brightest star that I've ever witnessed, and you like affirm within me like my reason for living, and like you have this vivacity to you that's just beautiful, man. And I don't mean that like in a gay way. And he absolutely did mean that in a gay way. And this is not like a one-off story. This is not a rare occurrence. There are people like this often, especially in the crowd of cerebral, precocious, I was a gifted child men, which you probably are, and you probably are friends with all these people. I am too. White guys always shoot up schools. White guys are always on antidepressants. White guys are always writing fucking homo love letters. Hey man, you have this like golden aura about you, and I just know that like you're gonna do amazing things. And one very useful way of thinking about anything is to gamify it. Imagine you are playing a role-playing game as yourself. Okay, it's called reality. Not being detached from outcomes, being dependent on good things happening, being dependent on getting the girl, she's the one, we were meant to be together. That's the fucked up thing. It's not just that you want something. I want something. I want everything. I want hot hoe orgies. I want BMW S1000 RR, which I'm getting. I want MV Agusta F4, which I'm gonna get. I guess I shouldn't talk about myself because I basically get everything I want. Geez, that's tough. Yeah, my life sucks. There's stuff that I am not able to get that I want. It's not wanting something that's the sick part. The sick part is like needing something in order to feel fulfilled or happy. Because what that suggests is that it's not like, because that's not a real thing. It's not an actual need. It's just a manifestation of mental illness, like neurosis. Like I need this to be happy. I need her to love me. It was, and here's the sick twist. Stop! Here's the sick chicken nugget McFlip twist is she and I were meant to be together. You're saying that about some hoe. Lauren? No! We don't have equity, man. These corporations are what's keeping me down. No, man. What's keeping you down is you're lazy, you have no skills. I wouldn't pay you $1 to do anything because you would fuck it up and do so much damage. I would pay $1,000 to keep you away from me.
Man, if this corporate fuckers, man, if they would just vanish, I would be like recognized as a god.
People who have that mindset tend to sway more often than most to like doing music and shit. Like something that's absolutely not like farming or working in a machine shop, like some Soviet, we put 1,000 rivets in this boat, comrade, and the commissar, he did not give us the cheese. Like, no, you're not even that. You're like, I downloaded like a new drum kit today. Where's my check? So it sucked losing TV show. But if I had that mindset of being hardcore attached to outcomes, which I used to have, if I had held on to that, if I had held on to like the promise of being a gifted child, like your IQ's been tested, you're going places. Like that's absolute poison. If I had held on to that and like been as entitled as I was when I was 22 for the rest of my 20s and my 30s, I would be like downloading torrents of TV shows right now and organizing them. I'd be one of those dudes. So the Beach Creeps Hyde Wars is like, it's not just about being creepy, it's about like holding on, like trying to build a life vest out of like imaginary straws. Know what I mean? You'll become a weepy guy. You'll be one of these guys that drinks. Don't drink. Like, and anytime I say something critical, it's because I've been there, all right? And in my early 20s, very entitled, very attached to getting Lauren, who was riding Scott from the band like a Thai prostitute while she laid on her back for me, breathing heavy. Thanks, Lauren. Very attached to getting some kind of job doing motion graphics, or eventually one day having a TV show. One day I'm gonna be this one day, and it's gonna be golden. It's gonna be golden time. I need this to complete myself. So I was like that. The big problem with being outcome dependent, being a weepy, poetic fag, thinking that for some reason your haiku about the minutia of your dumbass life while you work at Target is ever going to amount to anything. The problem with that is the downtime. Dun dun dun. Okay? I harp on about this often, how time is actual gold, okay? When you're a grown-up, when you're an adult, you're 27 right now, you're living with your parents, you're not an adult. When you are an adult and you're grown up, you want to be rich, like the Monopoly Man, and you want to have a yacht. The real Monopoly Man, the real life Monopoly Man, the thing that Bill Gates, CEOs around the world, millionaires and billionaires around the world, the thing that they value, the gold to them, if they have any brains, is time. Time is gold. And the longer you sit on your ass or lay in bed thinking about her, you're watching that river just... It's going without you, and it's gone forever, and you cannot get it back. Thinking about all the different things that could have been, or how things should be, or, oh, it's wonderful, this tree is growing even though gravity's trying to keep it down. All that shit, all the shit that I talked about in this episode, the big problem with it is that it's just burning through time. I would rather have someone tell me that they watched the YouTube tutorial on origami or whatever stupid thing interests them than have them tell me that they spent a single second thinking about the love of their life. Fuck you. If you're thinking about the love of your life right now, fuck off with that. There's a lot of guys, a whole gang of guys, a whole gangbang of guys in college, online, fucking everywhere. Anywhere you're gonna find white guys with an IQ over 110, you're gonna find a lot of guys with sugar plum fairies in their head. Anytime someone comes to you with an idea to start a podcast, or a literary club, or a zine, or wants to talk to you about her, or wants to go out drinking, always ask, does this guy have sugar plum fairies in his head? And if the answer is yes, go ride a motorcycle instead, okay? Creating a new world in your mind that's more beautiful and to you more real and more poetic and meaningful than reality, and living there even when your parents are telling you to clean your room, get off your ass, get a job, even when you have like a reasonably hot girlfriend who's nice to you that you could be appreciating. You're living in this other world. There are no CEOs who do that shit. There are no important people who do that shit. That's not a boss move. That's not a baller move. That's not a move anybody who's achieving anything, doing anything cool is doing. Nobody. If someone's doing that, they're on drugs, they're about to fall off, they're fucked up, they're about to ruin their legacy. The people that run the simulation that we're living in, okay, the hyper-intelligent computer engineers who are running the simulation, they look at your thoughts and they see, like, you remember when you played The Sims and you'd make a room with no doors and your sim would go to the bathroom on itself and get all stressed out? That's what the people running the sim right now are thinking when they look at your little poem. I'm not saying you, but the people who do this.